Hey guys, it's Rashad. What are the singing progress stages when going from a beginner singer to an advanced singer? Now, this will address some other questions as well, like can someone become an advanced singer if they're a beginner? There are clear progress steps, and here they are. I'm going to tell you them. So, they're based on the elements that make up a song. So let's say we sing a song. I'm going to sing one of my own songs. I'm taken away by you, I love everything you do. From your smile to your talk, all the way down to your groove. I'm loving, falling in love with you. So there's a snippet of a chorus that I've written. It's full of different elements, and I'm going to show you how those elements progress when you go from a beginner to advanced. So, first element, let's say pitch. Okay, pitch means, are you singing the notes correctly or are you slightly off them? So, I'm going to use the first line of the song as an example. I'm taken away by you. That's the first pitch or the first note. I'm on what they call, I'm on pitch. It's the right note. Now, a beginner might sound like they might be like slightly off it or slightly above it, or they could be kind of shaky, like kind of shaking off. That's pitch, okay? Being on the right note. Now when you add them all up, I'm taken away by you, na 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 na. Those are the different notes. If I take away the words, those are the notes that I have to hit. So you can sing without words. I'm hitting the right notes, the right pitches. So a beginner can't hit the right pitches when there's several. They might maybe hit 50% of them. So it might sound like, I'm taken away by you. I'm taken, and changes, okay? So because they can't see the difference in the intervals. I'm taken away, da da da, that jump. Beginners can't tell that stuff, so they tend to make a lot of mistakes there. And it doesn't sound like the song. It ends up being, instead of, I'm taken away, it ends up being, I'm taken away by you. Like, it's really different, okay? So it's not that bad all the time, but you only need to be a bit off to sound bad. And the more off you are, the more notes you're off, the worse you're going to sound. Yeah, it's pretty much how it is, okay? Next part. I'm taken away by you. Vibrato. Beginners usually can't do vibrato. Now, how does pitch progress? Well, slowly you match each note and you get better at each note. So over time, your percentage of correct notes goes up. The more notes you're correct, the closer you are to 90, 100%, the more advanced or professional you sound. That's the difference. That takes time, that takes many repetitions, that can take years. Okay, so it's a slow, progressive improvement of one note at a time, one note. So you might be 50% off, then, you know, in a couple months you're 60% off, 60% on, and then you're 70% on in a few more months, etc. The more you focus on it, the more you get to that 90, 100% where the pros are. Vibrato. I'm taken away by you. Vibrato, hear that? You. It's really smooth, really even. You. Beginners usually can't do that. They might end up sound like you, like a really shaky vibrato, or you, like it's not really you, or you, like there isn't really a clear bounce. You. The progress steps. What you do is you learn the vibrato. You in slow motion. You build it up. The more you build it up, you slowly over time you'll be able to do 1 or 2 bounces. Then you may be able to do 4 bounces, and then 6 bounces, 8 bounces, 10 bounces, 20 bounces. You as you get better, as you get more comfortable. That's what the progress will look like. So when you go to sing a song, you might not sound smooth immediately, even though you've learned how to do vibrato slowly, because you've got to build up the speed. So you might sound like you when you're learning after your first few months, and then in another few months you, and then after a year or 2 of training you'll be able to do it smoothly within any part of the song. Next part, runs. You, like that kind of stuff, alright? Beginner, you, like they won't know the difference between all the notes. You, there's 13 notes there. Now, to go from beginner to advanced, you got to learn each note individually. And the more notes you learn, the more accurately you learn the notes, the better you get. And then you got to learn the timing when they come in, and you got to learn the vowels that you're making when you're singing them. You, that one's all oo, so that's an easier one in terms of vowels. In terms of notes, it's got 13 notes, so you learn each note individually, then you got to get faster. So first you learn it slowly. You, that's very slow, and then even if that's hard, you got to break it into little pieces. So after a few months, you might learn the whole thing, like within a month or in a few lessons. You get it memorized, and then you got to build up speed, and that takes many more months after that, maybe years, depending on where you're at. Runs. What else is there? The higher note. You're smart till you talk. You're smart. You go like you want to go higher. And that was like, I pushed really high. I'm not even warmed up or anything with it, but you get the idea. So, take it away from your smile, being like louder, from your smile. There's my limit, around about my limit. You got to learn, you create a new limit, okay? Over time, you might be from your smile, that might be your limit. And you work it up. Okay, you go on your limit and just under your limit. You build it up, and then in a few months you'll be able to sing 1 or 2 notes higher, because your limit will change, because your body's like, oh, you're working that muscle out, it gets stronger. You get to that new limit, and then a few months more, you keep repeating the practice process, and you can see my practice singing lessons, my what singing practice looks like lessons, my how to sing like lessons. You can see an example of that, of what it's like, what a practice actually looks like. And then you keep practicing, and then after a few months, you got another few notes, or maybe a few years. It depends where you're at, where your voice is currently at, and how much you train, and how much, because you need to rest. You can't just train ruthless all the time. You need to rest, because it's like working out your muscles. They need to rest. They can't just go keep training. So it slowly gets higher. So let's say we'll use note names. So let's say your highest note is currently an E. And then what you do, or a C, middle C, and then you slowly move up. Okay, you go to C, and then in a few months you train and you get to a D. All right, and then maybe you get to an E in a few months, or maybe shorter. It depends, everyone's different, how fast they train, how fast they get better. But there's different ways to train it. I train it with songs. I don't train it with different kind of exercises. I only train it with songs, and I change the keys of the songs to match and to help you train. But yeah, so you slowly get higher, and then maybe in years, your voice has maybe 5 or 6 more notes than it used to have. So that's how it kind of works. It's a slow process, and it takes regular practice, but it's fun. It's really fun. You watch yourself get better. The steps are very enjoyable. It's not just like beginner and then suddenly you're an advanced person. It doesn't work like that. It's a slow process, and the process is an enjoyable one where you're practicing regularly and enjoying the process of practicing. Practicing becomes fun, and practicing my way is fun because I use songs to practice. I don't use exercises like scales and arpeggios and stuff like that. And in doing that, you will enjoy the practice process. You see yourself progressing at the songs that you want to get good at. It'll motivate you further, and you keep wanting to practice. You just keep getting better and better. So that's an idea of what the steps are like when you go from beginner to advanced. It's something you can expect. If you want lessons with me, go to rnbsinginglessons.com. You can see my prices, all that kind of stuff, or check the details down below. And I'll see you next time.